Well, I'm just fiddling with this old Mercedes here. Got all the parts on order, but until I got them I'm not going to really start on it. I really want to cut all the hoses off, take the air conditioning compressor off, all that, but I'll wait. So I figured I'll fiddle with the carby. I've worked out what the horrible rattle is. I believe the one we've got a loose flange and screwed up flange. This here, the heat shroud for the air preheat, which is just bullshit, don't need it in this country. Kind of rattles a certain way when you hit it, and that sort of sounds sort of like the noise or the material that's making the noise. So I might just remove that because it's pointless and see what happens. But looking at the carby, yeah, I don't know how it worked. Let's do a close-up, eh? That's just disgusting. If that was an SU carby, it just wouldn't work. Like all the little ports are blocked, and it's just horrible. Like the piston still sort of goes up and down, and I'll push it up. Still got some oil left in the damper, and it comes down again. But you know, I'm gonna have to pull the whole thing apart and give it a clean. That's just nasty. Well, I've pulled the top of the carby off. I won't go too far on this carby at the moment, because if I pull it off and pull it apart, I'll probably need a kit, and that might be hard to come across. So I'll start looking for a kit now while the carby still works. Well, it should still work after this, so I'll just give it a clean, you know, make all the airflow side and the piston work nicely. That's a diaphragm type piston. The diaphragm's still good, but yeah, just reco it later if it becomes a problem. But I found that all the bolts holding it on were loose, and the bottom ones were just about to fall out, so that wouldn't help. And I've taken that shroud off, the preheat shroud. Where is it? Here it is. And that was the rattle, because as you see there's a hole there, that's where a bolt should have gone. You see that nice shiny bit on the edge? Hang on. You see this nice worn part there? Well, that's where it was vibrating up against the actual manifold. See how much it's worn off. So that was definitely that awful noise. Like, it sounded terrible. The camera didn't justify how bad it sounded. So it was very loud and clattery. But that seems to be it. Simple as that. Broken bolt made this vibrate. So it should sound heaps better next time I start it, except for the belts, but yeah, we'll get there. And there's the piston, the diaphragm. It's a wee bit dirty. I'll give that a clean. Oh, there's the piston now. It's all clean. Down the inside of the damper there where it fills with oil was full of dirt. And down the bottom of the piston was full of dirt. And the whole thing was just covered in shit. I don't know how it worked. Should work much better now though. It's much lighter now because it's not full of dirt. So yeah. Well, I'll put it all back together now. This diaphragm must have been replaced at some point because it's still nice and soft. There's the inside of the carby. All nice and clean now. Should work much better. So, yeah. There's the top, clean the jet. All nice. Now there's the piston with the spring in place. Now I've just got to go clean the top housing and oil reservoir. Well, here's the top cover and the damper oil reservoir. As you can see, it's full of dirt. So it's not too pretty. So I'll make that all nice and clean. Much better. All nice and clean. It's just a bit stained. Those little dots are actually the oil level markings. So it's got to fill it with ATF up to that point. Yeah, even that was blocked. You can see through it now. Yeah, much better. Oh, there we go, all together, everything works. It's probably been many years since it looked that nice, so yeah, I'll just put the top on. And there we go, all nice and clean in there. Should work much better. All back together and nice and clean. Might just fix up the wiring a bit because the terminals are all shitty, but that should work better now.